What is your top 10 most favorite Dragon Ball Z villains of all time?
Let's settle this, Janemba. I'm a Super Saiyan 3 now. I don't like the feel of this. You act innocent, but you're deadly. I'm going to make you pay!
Hey everybody, welcome to this week's episode of Dragon Ball Z Discussion, where we do weekly discussion about Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, and Dragon Ball GT. Today's discussion is going to be about my top 10 favorite Dragon Ball Z villains of all time. A lot of my subscribers kept asking me to make a video of my top 10 villains and my top 10 favorite fights and all these type of top 10 Dragon Ball Z discussion. And you know what? I decided that for later on, every 4 weeks or so, I'll get into a top 10 discussion for Dragon Ball Z discussion. So today's Dragon Ball Z discussion, like I said, will be my top 10 favorite Dragon Ball Z villain. In each of this villain, I'll explain why I add them to this list. And when you guys done watching this video, I want you to share with me your top 10. And inside the discussion list, I'm going to add canon, non-canon villains. So I don't want any of you guys complaining saying that, yo, this is non-canon, this is canon. Who cares about that? This is just about Dragon Ball Z and about our favorite Dragon Ball Z villains, and tell me why you add them to your list. So guys, let's get to the discussion. Coming in number 10, we got Cooler from Cooler Return. Now I added Cooler into this because Cooler is Frieza's brother, and I felt like he was a great villain to come back to Earth and to try to get revenge on Goku for killing Frieza, and that he wanted to avenge Frieza's death by killing Goku because he was pissed off that Goku killed Frieza and dishonored his family. And the reason why I added Cooler inside is because it's like a continuation trend with Frieza. First we had Frieza, then we had King Cold, now he has Cooler, which is his brother. And now Cooler can transform into a final form which he had, which Frieza didn't have. And that's why I added Cooler, because I felt like Cooler's a pretty great villain when it comes to the story mode, and he did a good job to play a villain role. Coming in at number 9, we got Vegeta. Now Vegeta is a good person, but I'm talking about the first Vegeta when he first came into the Earth the first time as a Saiyan inside the Saiyan arc. Vegeta was a villain, and I feel he played a very great role. That was a great role how he did, and how the rival between Vegeta and Goku came on. We got two Saiyans going at each other to see who's the stronger one, and that Goku goes all out, Vegeta goes all out, and at the end of the day, they both are almost equally tied, but Vegeta won by using his great Ozaru form, but then Goku won by getting help from Gohan and Krillin. But at the end of the day, Vegeta was a great match with Goku, and because of Vegeta, we learned more about what Goku is and how he could transform into a great ape and all that. And I have to say, Vegeta did play a great role when it comes to a villain. Let's not forget Majin Vegeta too. No matter what happens, good or bad, Vegeta will always have a pride to make himself be better than Goku, and that's one thing he'll always strive for and try to make himself stronger for his pride. Coming in at number 8, we got Turles, aka a twin version of Goku. Now I made a video discussion about who is Turles, and inside that I said that little prediction that Turles could be Goku if he never bumped his head from when he was a baby. But the reason why I added Turles to this is because he deceived Gohan by making Gohan thought that Turles was his dad. He's like, Dad? And then Turles just beat the crap out of Gohan, and then when Turles came to fight Goku, Goku first outpowered Turles, so then Turles used that tree of my fruit to eat, and because of that he powered up and he came stronger than Goku, and he played a great villain role. His plan was to grow the tree of mind inside Earth and then to suck all the Earth's energy and try to get the Saiyans to join with him, but his goal couldn't accomplish because Goku ended up beating Turles. And that's why I add Turles to this, because he is a Saiyan after all, and it's nice to see a twin version evil Saiyan of Goku. Coming in at number 7, we got Android 17. Now I added Android 17 to my list. Now all the androids out there are really good, but my favorite one is Android 17, because Android 17 is a pretty badass character, and he is by far the most ruthless one according to Trunks' timeline. He just kills people without any mercy, and he just wants to go and make a big commotion by killing a lot of people. Android 17 is known as the most ruthless one, and that is the reason why I added him. And let's not forget, he destroyed his own creator, Dr. Gero. And if you talk about GT wise, Android 17 was my favorite villain GT because he transformed into Super 17 and he looked like a badass, which brought out Super Saiyan 4 Goku to fight him, and that was a sick fight right there. And that is why I added Android 17 into my list. Because coming in at number 6, we got Super Buu. Now I'm talking about the Super Buu when he after absorbed Gohan and Piccolo. We got Super Buu right there. He is, although the most evilest one, this Super Buu is the most creative one. He's the one who does all the fusion, and he's the one who makes all the commotion happen. And this Boo is actually pretty awesome Boo. I like him when it comes to fighting, and this Boo even absorbed Gohan, which got Super Vegeta to come out and fight him one-on-one, and he outpowers Super Boo. But the reason why I added Super Boo to my list is because, let's admit it, Super Boo was the only one who ever annihilated the entire Earth species. He killed everyone on Earth, just one blast. He is a very evil guy, and that is the reason why I added to my list.
Coming in at number 5,
we got Janemba. Now I'm talking about the final form Janemba. Janemba was just an innocent guy who was really big bloated. He was first a human, but all the evil power went inside him, which got him to become big bloated Janemba. He was first as kind and playful like Fat Boo, but later on when he transformed to his final form, this guy is ruthless. He shows no mercy as he went and beat the living crap out of Super Saiyan 3 Goku. I don't know if it's me, but I think Super Saiyan 3 Goku first had him in the advantage, but later on, when Janemba used the sword, that's when he had Goku on the advantage and he started kicking Goku's butt as we see Janemba transform. It took a fusion with Goku and Vegeta to beat Janemba. And he's the only villain who ever froze the entire space, the entire check-in station, so all the spirits in the world were rolling out around the whole world. They're all free in the world doing whatever they want, and that is why I added Janemba in my list.
coming in at number 4,
we got the most ruthless and evilest Boo, and that is Kid Boo. I added Kid Boo on my list because this guy is a far the most evilest Boo out there. He kills you with no mercy. He has no limits. All he wants in his mind is to fight, fight, fight. Let's not forget, this guy went and blew up planets after planets and blowing himself up, and then regenerates an instant transmission and goes again and blows up more planets. This guy was even more ruthless than Super Boo. At least Super Boo just killed the Earth. This Boo went and killed almost half the galaxy, and it took Goku to fight him at Super Saiyan 3, and then that's when they used the Spirit Bomb to kill Kid Boo. And that's the reason why I have Kid Boo to my list, because he did an amazing fight with Super Saiyan 3 Goku, and when it comes to ruthless and evilness, this Kid Boo is just pure evil. He has no mercy, and he'll go and just kill anyone that comes in his way, and if it means for him to blow up, he will regenerate right away.
coming in at number 3,
We got the most famous favorite android of all people, and that is Cell, aka Perfect Cell. Now Perfect Cell is my favorite villain, and that's the reason why I had him my number 3rd, because he did an excellent role when it comes to Dragon Ball Z villain and trying to get Gohan pissed off. It was because of his arrogance he died. He kept pissing Gohan off to the point Gohan transformed to a Super Saiyan 2 and beat the crap out of Cell. And this guy has almost everyone's power. He knows how to do the special beam cannon, he knows how to do a spirit bomb, he knows how to do a Kamehameha, he knows how to do all people's attack because all their Cell is generated inside him, all because of Dr. Gero. And he played an excellent role when it comes to showing off and trying to be himself, to make himself look the powerfulest one of all time. And that is why I had Cell number 3.
coming in at number 2,
we got Frieza. Frieza is by far one of the best Dragon Ball Z villains of all time. This man is so evil. He was once known as the most ruthless ruler of the universe. Frieza was such a badass that he had everyone working for him. He had, in different planets, different universe, people knew who Frieza was, and they're all working for him. He even killed all the Saiyans with just one blow by killing the entire planet Vegeta, because he was scared that a Super Saiyan will be emerged and be strong enough to kill him. But to end that nightmare, Frieza killed all the Saiyans to make sure there was no Super Saiyan to be born. But Frieza didn't think well enough. There are still a couple Saiyans who survived. You gotta give it to Frieza. He did a great job as acting the role of villain by killing all the Saiyans, and anyone who heard the name Frieza would tremble in fear, because that's how powerful Frieza was, until one day a Super Saiyan from Earth came and stopped him. And the fight with Goku and Frieza was by far the number 1 best Dragon Ball Z fight to me. And Frieza is the most ruthless killer to ever been known, and he always will be one. And that's the reason why I had Frieza to be number 2, because he is one of the best villain of Dragon Ball Z. The man who killed all the Saiyans with this one blow, man. Come on, what else do you expect for a villain?
coming in at number 1,
We got the legendary Super Saiyan, aka Broly. Broly is by far, and I say this, by far one of the most ruthless killer out of all the killers of Dragon Ball Z, out of all the villains. This guy is by far the most scariest looking one and the most ruthless one. Broly has no regrets, no fear, nothing. He has nothing to hold him back, and he just goes out, kills anyone that comes his way. He went and blew Galaxy into pieces as they were nothing. The legendary Super Saiyan was first a myth until Vegeta and Goku came to a strange planet that Paragus brought them, and that's when they found out that Broly was the actual legendary Super Saiyan, as he had a grudge against Kakarot. And when he saw Goku, we see him transform into a legendary Super Saiyan. And when Broly transformed to a legendary Super Saiyan, he was just unstoppable and just cold-hearted. Anyone came, he killed him. This guy was so cold-hearted that he even killed his own dad. His dad was leaving the spaceship. He went, took the spaceship, and crushed his dad in half as his dad died just by being flattened. Broly is by far one of the most ruthless killer, and he does not know how to control himself. They try using electronic and machine by putting some metal gears around him to control himself, but he was too powerful for that, and he broke that, and as he transformed to a legendary Super Saiyan. And when he's inside legendary Super Saiyan form, he completely forgets what he is, who he is. All he cares about is just annihilating anyone that comes in his way, and that is the reason why I put Broly to be number 1. So that's my list, people. Let me know in the comment section below, what is your top 10 Dragon Ball Z villains of all time? I was gonna do a top 12 Dragon Ball Z villains, but I decided to just go with the old style, do what everyone else does, do top 10. But if I were to do top 12, I would have definitely added Raditz as number 12 and Dr. Dro as number 11. Why didn't I add Beerus? Because you gotta think, Beerus wasn't really a villain. He's just a god of destruction, and when he came to Earth, when he saw Goku, Beerus kind of changed himself and he became more of a better person. And because you could see that too by the next Dragon Ball Z movie, Beerus comes to help Goku fight Frieza. So that's all today, guys. Let me know in the comments below, what is your top 10 Dragon Ball Z villains of all time? Tell me why you chose these, and let me know if you like my list or not. If you like this video discussion, please give me a like. I'll really appreciate that. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe for more Dragon Ball Z discussion, as we'll be doing more Dragon Ball Z discussion every week. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Like I said, I'll really appreciate that too. I'm Goku T-Time here, guys, and as usual, have the same day.
Let's go! See, Kakarot, this is our fate, our battle! Amazing. How do you do it, Kakarot? Kakarot, I never knew you had so much power! Vegeta, do you see this? This is Super Saiyan 3. How can a Saiyan fight like that, and at the same time be so gentle that he wouldn't hurt a fly?
You're better than me, Kakarot. You are the best.
I am a Saiyan that was raised on planet Earth. I will